you know, and at the end of the day, I can't see him getting beat. I've seen Usyk at the side of the ring. He's just too small.
As for the Ferrari, it's a one-sided match. It's not even close.
Combined records of 56-0. Two of the greatest heavyweights of the boxing world, both undefeated, would step into the ring to decide the first undisputed heavyweight champion in more than 2 decades. That's exactly what happened when Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury faced off in a battle for the ages. The stakes couldn't have been higher. The chance to etch their names in the history books as the undisputed king of the heavyweight division, something that hadn't been accomplished since the great Lennox Lewis back in 1999. On one side of the ring stood Tyson Fury, the towering Gypsy King, renowned for his trash-talking and incredible size. Standing at 6'9" with a seemingly insurmountable reach that stretched for miles.
Honestly, Ray, how much more can he take?
His record spoke for itself. 34 wins, 0 defeats, 24 by way of vicious knockout. The giant Englishman had been the standard in the heavyweight division since his return to the sport in 2018. And on the other side stood Oleksandr Usyk, the Ukrainian sensation who, despite being significantly smaller than Fury at 6'3", possessed a potent skill set that had already seen him conquer not 1, but 2 weight classes. With 21 wins and 14 knockouts under his belt, Usyk was no stranger to defying the odds and taking down larger opponents. As the two fighters came face to face, tensions reached their boiling point. Usyk was confident in his ability to outmaneuver and outbox the giant Fury, despite the massive disadvantage in size. What happened next was something no one expected. We often think of heavyweight boxers as giants, with their sheer size and power serving as their greatest assets. But if you trace back in boxing history, you'll uncover a fascinating evolution in the physical stature and fighting styles of these modern-day gladiators. In the era of the 1940s to 70s, the average heavyweight stood at 6'2" and weighed around 215 pounds. Champions like Floyd Patterson, Rocky Marciano, Joe Frazier, and even the iconic Mike Tyson were considered formidable heavyweights despite being smaller and lighter than today's standards. A fighter like David Haye, standing at 6'3" and weighing in at 224 pounds, would have been considered a heavyweight behemoth. In today's landscape, where the average heavyweight stands at 6'6" and carries 245 pounds of muscle, Haye would be one of the smaller combatants in the division. While the size of heavyweights has evolved, so has their fighting styles. In the past, larger heavyweights often relied more on sheer brute force than finesse, their immense size compensating for a lack of technical skill. However, today's giants have combined their intimidating stature with intricate boxing techniques, thanks to advancements in training methods, nutrition, and sports science.
Schwartz trying his best. Look at Fury! What unbelievable upper body movement to Ruiz mixes it up. Good uppercut and a hook. Puts Ruiz down. Was in position there to turn the train not out.
This combination of size and skill poses a unique challenge for smaller fighters like Usyk, who at 6'3" and around 220 pounds is dwarfed by the heavyweight behemoths of today's age. Yet, Usyk has proven time and again that size is not the sole determinant of success in the ring. With his unorthodox style, lightning-fast reflexes, and quick footwork, he has consistently outmaneuvered and outclassed larger opponents like the formidable Anthony Joshua. However, solving a puzzle as difficult as Tyson Fury would be his biggest challenge to date. Usyk was born on January 17, 1987, in Simferopol, Crimea, still part of the Soviet Union at the time. His parents were originally from northern Ukraine. His mother, born in the Chernihiv region, moved to Simferopol to study and worked in construction. His father, from Sumy, was a military man who served in Afghanistan and later worked as a security guard in Crimea, where he met Usyk's mother. Usyk is the eldest of 3 children. Growing up, he was passionate about football and trained at the SC Tavria Simferopol Sports School until he was 15. In 2002, however, he ultimately made the switch to boxing, starting his path to pugilistic glory. In the annals of boxing history, there are few fighters like Usyk. The extraordinary boxer has conquered not one, but 2 weight classes, holding multiple world championships along the way. Currently, Usyk reigns as the unified heavyweight champion, a feat he accomplished in 2021 by defeating Anthony Joshua. But before his heavyweight dominance, Usyk made his mark in the cruiserweight division, where he became the undisputed champion in 2018. Usyk's journey to greatness began early with an amateur career that showcased his incredible talent. He won gold medals at the 2011 World Championships and the 2012 Olympics, setting the stage for a meteoric rise in the professional ranks. And meteoric it was. Usyk won his first world title in just his 10th fight and became the undisputed cruiserweight champion by his 15th. No wonder he's been hailed as one of the greatest Ukrainian boxers of all time and is widely regarded as one of the greatest cruiserweights in history. And now he prepared to face his most formidable opponent yet, the towering Tyson Fury. Usyk has proven time and again that weight classes exist for a reason, but when you reach the heavyweight division, the rules bend a little. While Usyk is by no means a small man, he regularly faces opponents who outweigh him by 20 to 40 pounds, a huge disadvantage by any measure. But this time he faced the outlier among outliers. Tyson Luke Fury, born in 1988, a name synonymous with heavyweight boxing dominance. The British behemoth, standing at 6'9" and weighing north of 260 pounds, has captivated audiences with his larger-than-life persona and unorthodox fighting style. Fury's boxing career began early, flourishing at the regional level. He twice held the British title, the European title, and the Commonwealth title, showcasing his undeniable talent and bright boxing future. It was his monumental upset victory over the dominant champion Vladimir Klitschko in 2015, however, that truly put him into the limelight. This shocking win, against all odds, earned him the WBA, IBF, and WBO titles, as well as the Ring Magazine Champion and Fighter of the Year. Fury's unusual method of fighting, mixing speed and strength despite his big size, often bewildered his seemingly hapless opponents. Fury would attempt to confuse and outmuscle yet another fighter who was brave enough to challenge him, hoping to add one more win to his spotless record. However, on the other side of the ring was the seemingly unflappable Oleksandr Usyk. This fight represented something much larger than a title. It was a classic David versus Goliath story. On May 18, 2024, the long-awaited bout finally came to reality. Thousands of fans had gathered as they awaited the unprecedented and momentous occasion. First, the Ukrainian star Oleksandr Usyk entered the ring. Though much smaller than his opponent, Usyk had his icy gaze fixed on the ring as he prepared for the biggest challenge of his career. Then, from the other corner, the giant Tyson Fury, on cue, flamboyantly danced his way in. As the opening bell rang, the two wasted no time in engaging, each probing for openings and testing the other's defenses. Fury, true to form, relied on his size and reach advantage, pawing with his jab and looking to keep Usyk at bay. Usyk, on the other hand, was a blur of movement, slipping and sliding, looking for angles to unleash his blistering combinations. The early rounds were a chess match, with both fighters feeling each other out and trying to establish control of the pace and tempo. But as the fight wore on, certain trends became evident. Fury, with his incredible size and strength, was able to bully Usyk at times, pinning him against the ropes and unleashing a barrage of powerful shots to the body. Usyk's footwork and defensive prowess were on full display, however, as he consistently found ways to slip out and counter with lightning-quick combinations. But it was in the 9th round that the fight took a dramatic turn. As Usyk pressed forward, he managed to land a series of clean shots that momentarily stunned the larger Fury.
The big fella, the Gypsy King, is rattled. He's stumbling all over the place.
Seizing the opportunity, Usyk unleashed a furious assault, raining down punches from every angle as Fury staggered around the ring, desperately trying to regain his footing. For a moment, the Gypsy King was seemingly on the verge of being dethroned, but the bell rang, and Fury was given another life, a chance to recover.
Time in his career. He doesn't look right. Will he be saved by the bell?
From that point on, the fight became a war of attrition, with both men digging deep and fighting with every bit of the warrior spirit they had inside them. As the final bell rang, the fight came down to the judges' scorecards. In a split decision, Oleksandr Usyk was declared the victor and the new undisputed king of the heavyweight division. He was able to become the first man in 35 tries to solve the puzzle of the towering Manchester native. The reaction was electric.
By split decision, from Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk.
He's done it!
With Usyk's team erupting in celebration, while Fury stood shocked in disbelief. For Usyk, this victory was more than just a championship belt. It was a triumph of incredible skill over dominating size. He had defied the odds and silenced the doubters, cementing his place among the all-time greats of the heavyweight division. In the aftermath, Fury activated his rematch clause, setting the stage for another highly anticipated showdown between these two titans. As the dust settled after the event, one thing was clear. The world of heavyweight boxing had been forever changed. A new king had been crowned, and his name was Oleksandr Usyk.